WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! Please sit down, Byron. Please.
I can't help it. I got a goosebump parade running up and down my body.
The tag team action underway here.
And I wouldn't at all be surprised if this match stole the show here tonight.
The club's biggest member, Luke Gallows, is in action here tonight.
And he's a true good brother if there ever was one. Beautiful technique.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Ooh, what impact. Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a double team finisher, but I agree. A team needs one, and it should be something that can be administered to any opponent. That's when a finishing move is truly effective. And since we're talking about tag teams, remember you and your partner have until the referee's 5 count to execute the move.
Carl Anderson is one of the most dangerous competitors in sports entertainment. Anderson's also considered an expert in tag team competition and was a co-holder of the most prestigious tag team championship in Japan.
Set him up, side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form.
In Japan, Carl Anderson had a historic tag team title reign with the now head trainer of the WWE Performance Center, Matt Bloom. Anderson then joined a faction that attacked Asia, Europe, and North America, while he also developed an intense rivalry with Shinsuke Nakamura.
In April of 2016, Carl Anderson, alongside cohort Luke Gallows, invaded WWE. The duo joined AJ Styles as a group called The Club, and they set their sights on John Cena. As a tag team, Anderson and Gallows are considered very dangerous men.
Carl Anderson and partner Luke Gallows reached the pinnacle of tag team competition when they beat Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship. The match was part of the 2017 Royal Rumble kickoff show on the WWE Network. There was such a high probability of...
The champion into the cover! When Anderson and Gallows defeated Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles during the Royal Rumble kickoff show, it represented a new era in tag team competition. The duo came to WWE by way of Japan with the goal of taking over.
I know it's difficult for you to be unbiased, Corey, but if you look at how Anderson and Gallows won the Raw Tag Team Championship, it will clearly show why a second referee was needed to officiate the match. Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
He's too quick for him there. The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at one fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss sideboard. And boom! With the cutter! It's heating up.
Looking for all the glory here.
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner locked up against another.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory. Here's a few clips from the last match for us.
Remember this?
Here are your winners and new SmackDown Tag Team and
both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
These superstars are about to put on a clinic in tag team competition, guys. That's how good they are.
The club's biggest member, Luke Gallows, is in action here tonight.
And he's a true good brother if there ever was one.
Oh! Dominating shoulder tackle.
The strategy for going up against Luke Gallows is to find a way to avoid matching strength with this man, who can only be described as a one-man wrecking crew.
It would be unrealistic for a superstar to try and match power with Luke Gallows, and I think that approach would benefit them.
Luke Gallows is quite familiar with using every inch of his massive 6'8", almost 300-pound frame as a weapon, and an opponent must stay away from that type of power as much as possible. Kofi Kingston is bursting at the seams with energy and positivity. The power Kofi gets from his unicorns, the WWE Universe, and Budio cereal makes him quite the force to be reckoned with in the ring.
Boom, what impact! Digging deep for a kick out.
Gonna take a whole lot more.
It's no secret that Kofi's excitement is personified. Shoulders onto that. And a kick out at 2.
Just needs to do more damage.
Jumping, leaping attack.
Good golly, what a knee.
He's going for it all. Getting closer now. There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael. Years ago, Luke Gallows was a WWE superstar under a different name. But the fearsome giant was at a crossroads and looked at who he really was. Gallows soon found himself in Japan, dominating opponents in matches across the country. Now that Luke Gallows is back in WWE, no superstar is safe.
Xavier Woods making his way up the ropes. I remember when Luke Gallows was here during his first stint at WWE. Looking at Luke Gallows now, the man is ruthless and extremely dangerous. When Gallows drills his opponents with lefts and rights, it's like getting nailed with a sledgehammer.
Very few competitors had the success that Luke Gallows enjoyed in Japan. Gallows spent years training to make sure that the day he returned to WWE, he'd be one of the baddest dudes in sports entertainment. I'd say mission accomplished.
Kofi Kingston looks stunned by that.
For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have 2 referees. One referee is in the ring over.
We got a cover. And Kofi Kingston kicks out.
That's all right, Cole.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for 2 referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. and the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask.
And Xavier Woods with the mind games.
Brutal face buster.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Carl Anderson tags in.
Look out!
Hooked up. Belly to back suplex.
Just a little showboat from Carl Anderson. Looking to hurt him. Oh, my God. Shoulder breaker.
That could cause long-term damage.
With a 180, Kofi Kingston, the reversal.
This might be it! Oh, my.
Now we see Carl Anderson starting to slow down a bit. His tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
The beauty of tag team competition is that he doesn't need to take the...
Oh, what a crossbody by Kofi!
Is it enough to end this match?
When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
An opponent cannot allow Carl Anderson to control the tempo of the match. If you let that happen, Carl Anderson will systematically pick you apart until there's nothing left. I really thought the champ would have put this match away by now. Must be an off night.
When we talk about savvy veterans, Carl Anderson is always part of the conversation. To your point earlier, Corey, if Carl Anderson is able to control the pace and flow of the match, his opponent is in for a long and painful night.
If you're a WWE superstar going up against Carl Anderson, under no circumstance can you let Anderson control the pace of the match. You would be in a whole new world of hurt.
Should be getting coached up right now. Earth-shaking spine buster from the good brother himself.
Come on, Kofi, let's go, man.
The shoulders are down. Oh, my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
How'd he do that?
No telling how long he'll be able to keep this up.
Scoop slam. These superstars have tried everything. They have something left in their arsenal. They have to, but can they dig down deep enough to find it?
Harsh impact. There's the monkey cross body. Kofi's on fire. The champ's in a real bad place right now.
Like this is backbreaker.
The first time Kofi Kingston took flight on cable television was in 2008 as part of WWE's relaunch of ECW. Eventually, Kingston soared on Monday Night Raw and held Intercontinental and World Tag Team Championship gold.
Oh, Anderson dodged that one.
Here it comes. He's got him. Earlier, Corey, you mentioned Kofi's counter here.
No telling how long he'll be able to keep this up. I don't think this is the right time for Carl Anderson to be showing off.
And there's his speed paying off.
The title is slipping away here.
Back inside the ring now.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Looks like he wants back in this match.
That certainly looks to be the case, Michael. Oh, the reversal by Carl Anderson.
Nasty kick to the face. Oh, nasty impact.
Now leapfrog. Drop down.
Carl Anderson with a nice reversal.
Boom, what impact.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Ooh, no luck against Kingston there.
Kobe just too fast.
Whoa, Anderson dodged that one.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Ooh, what impact. When this guy's on, look out. Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael.